Did the Federal Reserve raise interest rate at yesterday's emergency meeting? Why is inflation actually higher than is being reported? Plus, first-time homebuyer affordability worsens as mortgage rates jump the most since 2013. Go grab your hard or your soft shell tacos as we take big bites and crunch into this lovely post-Valentine's Day edition of Taco Tuesday. Hello and welcome to this edition of Ask the Lender. As you know, today is my favorite holiday of the week. So if you love tacos, you should do me a favor and subscribe to my channel and click that bell right there to get notified when I upload more helpful videos just like this. Also, share this with someone you know who can benefit. Is it a coincidence that the Federal Reserve planned an emergency meeting over Super Bowl weekend to disclose inflation that is raging out of control? Now I found it odd that they announced it on a weekend most people would be distracted, and they actually met on Valentine's Day when people are busy doing, well, stuff that couples do on Valentine's Day. So make sure to stick around to the end if you or someone you know are looking to buy a first home. I will reveal exactly how the higher rates and home prices will impact you. The Federal Reserve arranged an emergency meeting yesterday, February 14th at 11:30 a.m. They know that they were behind on the curve, and they are discussing how often and how much to raise the Fed funds rate this year. Currently, inflation is measured using the Consumer Price Index, CPI, and it is currently at 7.5%. But in 1980, when inflation peaked at 14.6%, it was calculated differently. So where is inflation really? Originally, the Consumer Price Index was determined by comparing the price of a basket of goods and services over two different time frames. However, over time, the U.S. Congress embraced the view that the Consumer Price Index should reflect changes in the cost to maintain a constant standard of living. So consequently, the CPI has evolved into a cost of living index. Now, why is this important? Well, if we measure inflation the same way it was measured back in 1980, we are looking at a whopping 15% inflation. Now, guys, that's huge. And look, let's face it, it's not going to get better. Have you even looked at a price of a barrel of oil lately? That is predicted to break the $100 a barrel mark soon. The government's inflation target is 2%. So last Thursday's Consumer Price Index of 7.5% is still way too high. However, it is twice that level, and you will see a major impact on the housing market towards the end of this year. Fed funds rate is now predicted to increase 5 to even 7 times, and the Fed is already way behind on bringing the cost of goods, services, groceries, and gasoline down. Most people are distracted with life, social media, and they find out way too late. The amount of time that it takes for economic disasters to develop is well beyond the average person's attention span. In fact, there are many adults today that have no clue what happened in 2008, well, because they were in elementary school when it actually went down. This is how the establishment is able to get away with the negative changes to our national standard of living, because these changes usually happen over the course of decades and almost no one notices. I started in the mortgage business way back in 2002, and I remember what began in 2006 and what most people found out about in 2008. So what should you do if you are looking to buy a home this year in 2022? My advice, lock in now. If you need a new home, get started right now, because rates are going to be much higher by the end of the year. In just 3 months, rates have increased from an average of 2.75% for a 30-year fixed mortgage to 4.25% in just 3 months. Housing unaffordability has soared to a 3-year high and could progressively worsen as the Federal Reserve prepares for one of the most aggressive and possibly most ambitious rate hike cycles in decades. If the Fed gets 6 or more rate hikes in before December, as the market is pricing in currently, mortgage rates could scream higher, driving unaffordability to levels that could then reverse the red-hot housing market you are seeing right now. The National Association of Realtors reports mortgage payments for first-time homebuyers in the fourth quarter of 2021 jumped to 25.6% of their household incomes. Now, this is the highest levels in 3 years and up 3.2 percentage points from the same quarter last year. The 2836 rule is a personal finance guide that limits how much money should go into housing costs and monthly debt payments. And it shouldn't exceed 28% of a household's monthly pre-tax income and 36% of total debt. Now, this is also known as the debt-to-income ratio. Soaring home prices and rising mortgage rates are also dangerous cocktail for first-time homebuyers. The rate and price increases add about $200 a month to a typical home loan payment, and this will price a lot of buyers out of the market. So what's the good news? The silver lining is as more and more potential home buyers are pushed out of the market, the demand decreases and values will start to come back down. Now, I'm not a financial advisor. I did not play one on TV, nor did I stay in a Holiday Inn Express last night. So take what I am saying with a grain of salt. Additionally, I'm not a doomsday type of person, and I also do not have a negative mindset. I've just seen these warning signs before and want to make sure to help you be prepared. In an upcoming video, I will break down what housing market forecasts are showing regarding a potential market collapse this year. So make sure to subscribe to my channel and click that bell right there to get notified when the video is published. Take advantage of rates today while they are low.